Hello YouTube, this will be another quick review. This time around it's a tale of two Norincos, I should say. So what we have here are two Chinese made Norinco pistols. Now both of these are bought here in Auckland, New Zealand, and they are branded with a Ranger 226 name on it. So before we do anything, let's do a quick so they are clear. Obviously I have checked them before, but just to be on the safe side, check them again. So the pistol on the right, this is a Norinco NP22, or in New Zealand, the company that brings these in is called Gun City, and Gun City have branches in a few of the major cities in New Zealand, and they bring it in under their own Ranger badging. So this is a Ranger 226, but essentially it is a Norinco NP22. It's a 9mm clone of the Sig Sauer P226. So it has the rail on the front, standard magazines, double stacks. Yeah, what can I tell you about it? I bought this for my wife actually, and so she shoots this particular pistol as well as a Springfield Armory XDM9 in a 4.5-inch barrel. Yeah, so it fits the hand quite nice. It's quite a big grip, so it does grip really nicely. The thing I like about it is, compared to the 226 by Sig Sauer, it's a hell of a lot cheaper. It's still a very good firearm. It shoots really well. It's pretty accurate. I have yet to have a malfunction with this, except for ammo related malfunctions due to reloading, but that's about it. What else? Everything works pretty damn well. The trigger on this particular pistol is probably its biggest downfall. In single action, it's great. It's got a really good crisp, I can show you, this is pointed in a safe direction. It has a bit of take up, but it has a very nice crisp trigger. So single action, fantastic. The problem is double action. The double action on this particular pistol is really, I'll try the other hand. It's got a hell of a pull on it. I haven't got a gauge or anything to be able to weigh it, so I don't really know what the weight is. Needless to say, we don't shoot it in double action. So on the range, on the fire command, simply cock the hammer back and then pull the trigger, which seems to be fine. Fit and finish on this compared to the Norinco 1911 or the NP29. This is quite crude if you're comparing it to this pistol here. You've got an aluminium alloy lower, and that is finished extremely well. It is very smooth. It is very nice. The slide itself does have a bit of tooling marks here, which are very fine. Other than that, it's pretty nicely finished. It is still dirty. I haven't cleaned it since coming from the range. And this one here, it is smooth. I must admit, on the outside, it is very smooth. But that all changes when you actually strip this particular pistol and you break it down. Inside, there are quite a lot of tool marks. It is quite rough on the inside, and one of the things I did have to do with this was smooth it out by polishing some of the surfaces on the inside. It's a lot better now. Very smooth actually. You can hear the spring on the inside, but no rubbing anywhere on the pistol. It does come with ambidextrous safeties, so a larger one on the right compared to the smaller one on the left. It does have a lightened or skeletonized hammer. All of the controls are enlarged compared to a standard 1911. So you've got an enlarged magazine release, which actually unscrews. So it's just screwed on there. But actually, you know what? It works quite nice. I like the oversized components. These probably a little bit too big for me, but other than that, it's okay. It does come standard. I should have told you that before. It does come standard with rubber black grips, which were okay, but I just wanted it to look a little bit different. So going with the Chinese theme, I ordered these wooden grips off a Chinese website and had them imported. So they work really nicely. They feel a little bit bigger, which for my hands are fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. The sights that you get on this are 3 dots, the same as the NP22, except that they're quite close together. The rear 2 dots are very close, and you have a yellow front dot, which, that's okay. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but to be honest, it's still pretty accurate. Most pistols will be more accurate than, well, they're more accurate than I am, should I say. So it shoots pretty much as accurately as I can be. I don't bench rest them. I just like to take them to the range and go and shoot them, have a bit of fun. The magazines that come with these, it comes standard with 2 magazines for that one. And then you get 2 magazines with this one. I've gone out and bought 4 more, so I have 6 for each pistol. That is so that I can use either of them in the service pistol matches where I need 6 magazines. The magazine capacity on these is 9, so it's a 9+1 9mm 1911. They make these in a 45 as well, and the shorter commander length as well. Because I reload 9mm and I shoot predominantly 9mm, this is why I particularly went with a 9mm for this one. Yeah, so that's just a really basic comparison between the two. If I had to choose one between the two, that would be it, hands down. I'd go with the NP22. Fit and finish, a lot nicer. It's a little bit more expensive than the 1911. However, that being said, I bought this for myself as a project gun. So I wanted something I could work on, something I could play around with. So yeah, something you don't really feel sorry for it if you're going to start stripping it down and polishing surfaces and doing all sorts of things. So I'm quite happy with that. I did have an issue with this. Just to let you know, these really do not like steel cased ammunition. So if you do get one of these 1911 9mm, stick to the brass cased ammo. I allowed someone to use it, and unfortunately the steel cased ammunition that was used in it at the time buggered up my extractor, so it was no longer extracting at all. So I had to remove the extractor, and I had to retension the extractor quite a lot to get it to work again. So it is functioning 100% again, which is fantastic. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So trigger pull, it's got a bit of creep, I have to admit. It does have a little bit of creep on that, but it does have a very nice crisp trigger, which obviously single action, so 1911s do have a nice trigger, and I suppose a bit of polishing on that, I could make it even better. This one here, I've done nothing to it whatsoever. I've just shot it, and so has my wife. So it shoots really well. It's accurate. No issues. I've probably got about 1,000 rounds through this 1911, and I've probably got maybe about 1,500 rounds through the NP22. Like I say, this one here is yet to have a malfunction of any kind. Yeah, so what can I say? It's great. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. I will do some more reviews. If you want to see more of these particular ones, let me know. I might do an individual review on each one later on and just see where it goes. Awesome, thank you very much, and yeah, have a great time.